CD said that you guys have to look at this game as a playoff game.
Sure.
So just explain, the thought process going into that and just how Shotty's mantra is being 0-0 starting every week.
Yeah, just on the simple fact of the position that we put ourselves in, understanding for us to get into this postseason, what we have to do. And right now, sure we control it, but that means we have to go win every game. And I like the CD said, it's like a playoff game, and whether it's Shotty at 0-0 or however you want to think about it, all of these are must win. But we got to take them one at a time. And right now it's Philly, a hell of an opponent, great division rival. And no better place to start than right now to get it
Can you
rolling.
officially address the hip, though? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm fine. Got hit in the game, fell on it, happened early in the game, played the whole game throughout it. It's a physical game, was sore. I've been I was full participant today, and I'll be completely fine. Played with much more soreness.
If this was a normal week, would it have been, would you even have been on the injury report?
Probably not, yeah. Saying that, 2 days later I was just full today, yeah, probably not.
How much fun are you having right now with the weapons you got with Pickens and CD, even the running game?
Yeah, so much fun. Yeah, you just said it, and the running game, right? Just to be balanced and, to go without that for some years in your career. It was tough, and just to have it again, yeah, you said it, it's fun. And just obviously we got playmakers out there that make my job easier, just get them the ball, watch these guys run. But it's all 11 of us, whoever's out there and then the guys that come in. It's the people that are making it fun too, guys that really care, guys that want to block, that want to support, want to do their job, whatever it is, even when it's unseen, to make sure that the other guy's making a play, and just a lot of unselfishness out there, and that makes it fun, and everybody wants to eat.
Knowing you don't get into numbers, let me get that out of the way first. You are probably going to pass Tony for the franchise record for yards passing. I just wondered how you reflected on that when you consider how you started this, how your career started with replacing Tony and all those years ago, and you're on the verge of doing that.
I'm humbled, thankful to be healthy and to be in this position to do it. I was on the production call earlier, and they asked me the same thing, would I have thought this 10 years ago? And I said, yeah, I was very arrogant as a rookie. So when you play in this game long enough and you can stay healthy with my expectations of what my play is, that's supposed to happen. So just thankful, humbled, super grateful to be playing the game I love at this high of level, and to still be doing it, and just look forward to keep going. That any of those I plan to, that'll happen.
It seemed like this season you've been chipping away completions, attempts. Is there one of these records that's more special than the other? I mean, passing yards, all-time leader passing yards is a big number. I don't know if that was more special than others or.
I'd probably say I'd take the most pride in completion percentage, and that's just that's something that's hard to do. It's hard to do every year, each game, and that's something that, I actually don't think about the long haul of it. I just go in every game, honestly, trying to get 80, and that's such a steep number, but that's what I want. And I think I've told y'all that after the games, right? Like any incompletion I don't like unless it's a good one, right? I have to throw it away and live to the next play. So that's probably one I can be the most proud of. The rest of them, like I said, when you're playing this game long enough, I think you should, to an extent.
You've talked about supporting George staying here, talking to the owner if necessary. Has there been a moment yet where he's had the kind of game that justifies doing that during the season, or is that something for the off season where you try to figure out how to get George to take less or Jerry to give more?
I think that'd be priority in the off season. Right now, yeah, it hasn't come up. Obviously, probably it has, maybe joking here and there, whether it be to George or whether it be to Jerry. And so all positive talks and conversations, I would feel, would start that the right way. But I'm all in for it, and, yeah, it's a must.
Dak, with the records, do you feel like you're able to share some of those accomplishments just with the other guys, the guys catching the passes, and do you hear from any of the old guys?
Old guys as in?
Like a Witten or something like that?
Yeah, we all stay in touch. I wouldn't say it's about that. I wouldn't say it's about that. If there's one big cheerleader supporter I've got, is my guy Sean Lee, and he'll message me often and even after games at times. So that's cool, but it's definitely something to be shared. And right, whether it be with CD, whether it be with Amari, had a big part of it, right? All these receivers. My Michael Gallup played a big part in any of these records, right? Dalton Schultz, Jake Ferg, Witten, like so many of them. So I'm just a product of a lot of great players, and that's my point. When you play a long time and you play with the standard and the expectations that I have, you should accomplish these type of things.
With the Fangio defenses, I know that's been tough battles at times. How does he make it tough on you, and do you relish?
Shoot, yeah, super excited. I love playing against his teams, his defenses, especially since he's been with the Eagles. Won't have had one of them, but yeah, you've got to relish him. He's a hell of a play caller over there. He's always putting together a good defense, and what they do is just they're sound. They're super sound. They know all their calls. They communicate without having to talk, and for us, it's important just to make sure that we're on our P's and Q's, no self-inflicted wounds, and starting fast.
What is Jalen Carter's going to be around for this game? What kind of impact do you think he has for that defense?
A huge impact. Obviously, it starts right there with him in the middle. He's the main reason why they don't feel like they have to blitz, that they can get pressure with just 4 guys. Hell of a player. We're fortunate in the first game to obviously not go against him, but I know he'll be ready to go and fired up for this one, so excited for it.
Dak, are you doing anything special for my cleats?
Am I?
Yeah.
Is it like my design?
Yeah, design or like.
Yeah, my foundation, Faith Fight Finish, we partnered with Baylor Scott and White again, and yeah, doing another design about like getting screening, see the unseen, and so super cool cleats my guy Jake did, and yeah, super pumped to reveal them.
You haven't beaten a team with a winning record, even a 500 record. Does that matter? And so you're facing 3 straight games coming up against.
Yeah, we've got to go get one of those wins. So does it matter that we haven't? No, not necessarily. But we that can't be the same conversation next week or the week after that. We've got to go get it done. I mean, this league is tough, and the records really, honestly, don't matter. We know we're playing a hell of a team, a good team. And it's a rival game, division game, so it's about coming in there and just being the best version of us, and it's time to win one of those games.
How do you explain not losing to a division opponent for, I think it's 8 years, you haven't personally lost to one at home? Like, they're familiar with you, but you keep getting wins. How do you explain
At
that?
home.
Keep it rolling. Being detailed, dialed in, understanding your opponent. I think that's as much as anything is understanding your opponent. You see these guys twice a year. It's hard to beat any team in the league twice, and so I think that plays a big part in it. Me being comfortable with what I'm going to get, who I'm playing, just being a student of the game, that getting to these games and allows us to have the best chance. But I want that same record on the road too. Shit.
Long-time NFL coach Tom Moore, offensive guy, obviously. He's got this saying about there's completion out there somewhere. It's up to you to find it with quarterbacks. Do you feel that way in this offense, or is it maybe different because you have a certain thing that you're going to on every play?
No, I definitely feel that way. And to Tom's point, and especially when you have an athletic quarterback or a guy that can run, I mean, 4 or 5 yards is a completion too when you're just running right and staying ahead of the chains. Yeah, that's being in tune to exactly your play call, to what is my whole point. The play caller's purpose is what Shotty's trying to get done here and what he's trying to attack, and if not, knowing exactly where your outlets are and your check downs and playing against the pass rush, right? When you do that as well, you understand that taking a little short completion out there can get you a lot and serve as a big play later, something you can compliment off of. A lot of respect for Tom Moore. I love that.
Are you seeing anything different from the defense in practice now that Quinn's in the fold? Are they showing more signs of life or success or things that we saw against the Raiders?
I mean, I've got all belief in what they're doing, the way that they're working to get better, obviously adding the pieces and just building off of this last game. However, at practice, I'm tuned into the offensive stuff, and usually when the defense is up, talking more offensive ball. So don't want to give you anything away, right? I wouldn't anyway. So
Sounds of the sideline is out. Speaking of Quinn, it looks like you were having some fun watching him playing his debut. Just talk about just the energy that he helps infuse into that side of the ball.
Yeah, tons of energy. You get a guy like that that's just a pure disruptor. Even when he's not making the play, he's having an effect on it, and I'm sure that's where some of my reactions were, is just even the plays that he wasn't the one getting the sack on or making the play, of just how much chaos he was causing and how fast he was doing it in the backfield. And I mean, he's a guy you can't block with one person, and having played against him a couple of times, we understand that. So getting that on our team, on our side, it's awesome. It serves us well.
Eberflus was talking about having 3 defensive tackles like that, the value in terms of pass rush.
Yeah.
It's immediate in the quarterback's face. maybe more disruptive than even an edge guy coming.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we always talk about protecting the A and the B gaps, and right, that's what you, as a quarterback, that's what you're going to feel a lot more, a lot quicker than you are those edge pieces. Not only that, right, those edge pieces, you feel like you can get up and you can get out, or you can escape over the top. When the pressure's coming right there in your lap, it's very, very tough to figure out how to get out of that and, to see downfield. And so I think when you have that effect, it works. That's probably the hardest, easy or best way to affect the quarterback is through the middle.
That Eagles secondary, I mean.
You ain't offered me that. Sorry.
No, just two young ascending quarterbacks, just their cornerbacks and just their second year. I mean, it'd be one thing to have one guy, that age, ascending, but to have both, and then you mix them with Jackson with a veteran there. But how do you see that secondary? Certainly they benefit from that pass rush, but.
Yeah, most definitely. I see a group that understands their defense and understands the pass rush and understands that they can be aggressive because those guys up front do get home. And that allows them to be handsy, that allows them to sit on routes and gives them tons of confidence. I've got two guys going out there and a bunch of other guys that I feel confident in the matchup that we're going to have. And so for me, it's about playing against the pass rush and letting those guys attack.
Dak, who are the point guards you admired watching growing up?
The point guards I admired. That's a good question. Steve Nash, definitely. Who else? Chris Paul, point guard. I like LeBron when he's at point. I can go LeBron, right? Yeah, I like LeBron at point. There's a whole point when he goes. Yeah, he goes to point guard and facilitates.
So did Jordan.
Not really. That was the offense.
Okay. Oh, that was the
Yeah.
Did you always feel like a point guard playing
He
quarterback?
brought the ball up the cooler.
Did you always think that was what it was like?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's my job to facilitate the ball, to get the ball to other people. I know sometimes the word manager, right, is looked down upon when you put it on a quarterback, but that's what we are. It's your job to manage when you get it to the other guys, at what time, who's hot, which matchups you need to take advantage of, and whether you go back to them over and over or you go a compliment off of that. Yeah, very much so. Always felt that way, and even when I've played pickup basketball, I've enjoyed passing the ball and facilitating, and it's nothing like getting a guy open for a shot or a big play in football.
When you left Philly after that opener, 4-point loss, what do you remember just the general feeling being, and you feel like you left some stuff out there?
I remember just being super thankful and blessed to be back on the field. Honestly, yeah, I knew we let one get away, but there was no confidence loss. Wasn't sad, pissed off for sure, frustrated a little bit in some of the plays. But being game one, I was just super excited and pumped, knowing what we had ahead of us and the team that we had, and looking forward to this week.
What are you going to say to Jalen Carter, if anything, when you see him for the first time since week 1?
Depends on what he says first, but probably something friendly. Get on his good side there.
Dak, not to look too far ahead in the upcoming stretch, but do you feel these next 3 games could really be defining this team's season, knowing 3 games you guys have coming up in general with the opponents?
Yeah, they will be defining. I don't think there's any ifs, ands, and buts about it. Knowing where we put ourselves, what we have to do, yeah, after these 3 games, we'll either have given ourselves a good shot or put ourselves in a hole. So I don't think that'll be really a discussion.
All right, we got to go.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Zach.